welcome to a new video. So today I have a hair tutorial. So I actually have never done one of these before, and I thought now that I've cut my hair and I've got a bit of a different style. By the way, there's a video on how why I decided to cut my hair and what was my inspiration behind it and all the rest of it. So I will link that below. It should have been uploaded by the time this video goes up, but if it's not, then keep your eyes peeled because it'll be up in the next week. But I will try and upload that one before I upload this one. So if you've been following me on Instagram and Facebook and everything else, you will have seen that I cut my hair. And yeah, I thought it was a good time to do a tutorial. When my hair was long, and I've had it long for a really long time actually, it was so difficult to style the hair by myself because it was just so long, and it was difficult for it to look nice and voluminous. I felt that if I straightened it with straighteners, it always ended up looking really flat from the top and just kind of very limp, and it didn't have any kind of life or body into it. So even though I had quite a few requests to do a hair tutorial about how I styled my hair, the reason why I didn't do it before is because I didn't actually style my own hair. So most of the time I went and I got a blow dry, and that was a blow dry done at the salon with a round brush and a hair dryer, and I only washed my hair once a week. So yeah, there wasn't really much I could do because I wasn't really doing it myself. And I can recommend a few fantastic hair salons in London. I was going to Contraste for the longest time, and the wonderful Nicholas is doing my hair, and when, you know, I kind of alternated between Contraste and a salon called Air, which is in Kensington, and they're absolutely amazing and they do the best blow dries. I will link all the info to these places I'm talking about below. They are really good if you want to blow dry, but I know that, you know, not everyone has the time to go for a blow dry. It is time consuming, it is pricey, and you know, if you want to wash your hair more often, it just might not be a viable solution. So now, since I've cut my hair, I have actually been styling it a little bit at home because I have this condition on my scalp which is called seborrheic dermatitis, and it's basically like dandruff, but what happens is it's a bit more severe than dandruff actually. What happens is you kind of get like flaky skin on your scalp, and it just peels off and you literally get chunks of skin. I know, quite disgusting. But yeah, those come out from your scalp, and your scalp gets really itchy, and basically if your scalp gets greasy, that makes it worse. And I have quite an oily scalp, so I've started to wash my hair since I've cut it, and it's more manageable twice a week. So I style it at home once, and I still go for my weekly blow dry once a week because I don't think I will ever be able to give that up. I absolutely love the way my hair looks when I get a blow dry. I feel the volume and bounce is just not replicable at home, but I do find it that now I can do a lot more stuff with my hair, and styling is quite fun. So lately, I've been seeing loads of celebrities getting these kind of beachy waves, and you know, with everyone getting the lob, I feel that there's a lot more styles that have been coming up online with like celebrities doing their hair like that. I recently watched a tutorial by Jen Atkins, who does a lot of celebrity hair, and I absolutely love the way the beach waves were looking on a kind of lob, so a kind of long bob haircut like the one I have. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give this a go, and it's been a very long time since I haven't tried to wave my hair with a straightener at home, but I thought I would give it a go, and I actually quite like the way it's turned out. Because my hair is shorter, I feel that I can still retain a lot of the volume and bounce even when I'm straightening it with straighteners, because straighteners can kind of make it go a little bit flat. So yeah, it is quite a long process that I went through to get this look, just because my hair naturally is really kind of frizzy and curly, and I just have a big kind of crazy mop on my head when I walk out of the shower if I just kind of naturally let it air dry. So I have to go through various stages, so I'm going to talk you through it, and then we're going to jump straight into the tutorial. So to wash my hair, I use this Nizoral shampoo, which is so good if you've got seborrheic dermatitis like I do. So it says that you should use it for like 2 to 4 weeks. Oh, sorry about that, I just dropped it. So it says that you should use it for 2 to 4 weeks until you kind of clear off the main dermatitis and kind of use it on a regular basis then. And then you can just use it once a week to just maintain it and stop it from coming back. So I've had this problem for almost 10 years now, I would say. And ever since the dermatologist recommended this, I've been using it, and it has been really good at kind of keeping it at bay. I find that if I only wash my hair once a week, it does come back, and by the end of the week when my scalp's already quite greasy, I do find myself feeling that it's very itchy, and if I scratch it, the skin comes off and it can bleed, and it does get quite gross and disgusting. But yeah, if I wash it maybe once a week with this and once a week with a more gentle shampoo, because this can be quite drying on your hair, then I find that it stays completely fine, it doesn't itch, and it's, you know, a healthy scalp. I would say if you have very dry hair, then you should probably not use this more than maybe once every 2 weeks, because it is really drying on your hair. And I do use a lot of hair masks and hair oil to keep my hair nice and nourished. So if you want to know more about what I do with my hair, there are a few blog posts I've done, so I'll link them in the info box below. But if you want me to do a video about all my hair care routine, I'd be more than happy to do that. So please do let me know in the comments below, and I will do that. So yeah, so I washed with this 2 shampoos, and on my second shampoo I just leave it on for like 2 or 3 minutes just while I finish showering, and I find that that really helps to kind of really treat my scalp. So those 2 or 3 minutes are really important to kind of just make sure you get rid of all that dermatitis that's going on in your scalp. Then for conditioner, I've been using this one, which is by Matrix Biolage, and I've really been liking this. So I got this recommended by my colorist, and this is a sulfate-free conditioner, and apparently sulfate makes your hair go more brassy, so the tones in your hair go more brassy. And I have a problem whereby my hair, when I color it, tends to go, when I lighten it actually, it tends to go kind of a very reddish or brassy. That's kind of the undertones it has, so it tends to go that way. So after a few washes, even if my hair leaves the salon really ashy, I find that it tends to go towards those brassy shades. So using a sulfate-free conditioner just helps my color stay better for longer. And I've been really liking this. I use quite a lot of conditioner because my hair is quite dry from coloring and bleaching and everything else. So I put a good dollop of that on my hands, and I just use it kind of mid-length to ends, and it's really good. I've really been liking it. It leaves my hair feeling super soft, and yeah, it's good. And I feel that if sulfate's going to help my color stay for longer, then why not? Without further ado, I feel like I've been talking and rambling on forever, so we're going to get straight into the tutorial. I hope you enjoy it, guys, and if you want to know how to get this look, please keep watching. So I'm going to start everything off using this Kerastasse Discipline Keratin Thermique. It's basically a heat protectant and a kind of smoother for your hair to make sure that it stays straight. And I just put this kind of mid-length to end, and then it just helps me detangle my hair, leaves it so soft. And I love the fact that it's really light and it doesn't kind of weigh your hair down. And it also acts as a heat protectant. So basically it's a 2-in-1 product. So I really like this one. I'm then going to move straight into part 2, which is blow drying my hair. Unfortunately, I have very frizzy and naturally curly hair, like I mentioned earlier. So I do need to give it a bit of a blow dry to just add that kind of volume and bounce and take the frizz away before I go ahead and style it. So I'm going to go ahead and section my hair like you've seen here. And basically what I do is with a round brush, I just blow dry it, pulling from the roots outwards and trying to kind of really roll my brush at the roots just to give it that lift. And I find that kind of rolling your brush really helps. This does give you eventually like a terrible arm ache, but yeah, you develop some muscles, so it's actually a good workout. And basically what I'm going to do is just do this all around my hair. I'm not too bothered if it doesn't look perfect. What I want to do is kind of smooth it out and just make sure it gets a lot of lift at the roots to kind of give it that bounce, so that when I do it with my straighteners, it doesn't just kind of fall flat. So I'm just going to go around my head and just do the same thing over and over again, just pulling my hair outwards and kind of rolling my brush as I do that. And always try to keep the nozzle of your hairdryer pointing downwards as opposed to kind of straight onto your hair, because that's going to smooth it out and tame the frizziness. I'm then going to bring down the next section. Basically, I like to do my hair in 3 sections, and that's how I do it all the time for styling, for blow drying, everything. And so I just take the bottom section, then I take sort of the second, third bit of my hair, and then I just leave the crown bit for the very end, just to make sure that that's got the most amount of lift and volume. So that's kind of the one I take the most time to style. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of speed through this because otherwise we're going to be here forever. And then just for the front bit of my hair, I'm just going to mention that I blow dry it to the front just to give the kind of my bangs or my fringe, whatever you want to call it, just a little bit more lift. So I just blow dry it to the front, and then once it's kind of straight, I then kind of blow dry it to the side just where my parting is, just to open it up in the right place. For the crown section of my head, like I said, I like to give that a lot of bounce. So after I've done my fringe, I just kind of pin it up again, and then I just go with the crown section and I just blow that upwards, as you can see here, just to give it the most amount of lift possible. And then I roll my brush back and just leave it there for a couple of seconds just so that it kind of cools down with that bend, and that will give it a lot of lift. So that's basically what my hair looks like as soon as I've blow dried it. As you can see, it's still a little bit frizzy. It's not the smoothest, but it is better than it was before, and it's got a lot of bounce. Now moving to part 3, the styling and the most exciting part. So as you can see, I've kind of straightened my hair a little bit with straighteners first, just to give it a little bit of smoothness, and then I'm just going in and creating some curls with this flat iron. So I'm just taking the iron, and when I'm sort of 1/3 down, I just twist it around and then pull slowly so that it gives it a kind of relaxed curl. I don't take very small sections of hair because that just gives you a very, very tight curl. So the bigger the section, the looser the curl. But what you can do is, like I'm showing you here, I'm just straightening it first just to kind of make it a little bit smoother because my hair is naturally pretty frizzy and wavy. And then I'm going straight in and creating sort of big curls. So I'll just show you a couple of examples so that you can see what I'm doing, and then I'll speed it through just because it's a very long process. I have a lot of hair, and this just takes quite a while. I mean, I wouldn't say it takes forever, but I'd say end to end, it all takes about 40 minutes from kind of blow drying to straightening and then curling my hair. So I like to use a little comb to just help me when I'm straightening my hair out, just because I don't want to burn my fingers. But with the curls, it's actually fine because you don't need to kind of be gripping onto your hair all the time. The iron I'm using here is a Biolage iron. I think they've probably discontinued this model because it is quite old. I bought it quite a few years ago. But you could use GHDs or any kind of flat iron would work. I would say don't take one that's too wide because otherwise it'll be difficult to kind of roll it around to make the curls. And as you can see, the ones, the bit of hair that's next to my face, I'm kind of doing it away from my face because I just find that that frames my face better. But then I like to kind of interchange it and do some towards my face and some away from my face, just so that it looks a bit more kind of natural and not so done up. For the top bit of my hair, my crown, again, I'm doing the same thing I did when I blow dried it. I'm just straightening it to the front first, and then I'm creating the curls with my partings, kind of so that I know where they're going. As you'll see, I also don't curl every single piece. For this bit of styling, I'm not that careful to make sure that I've curled every single piece because I don't mind a couple of kind of straight strands of hair in the middle. I just think it gives it that kind of natural messy look, and I quite like it. For my fringe, like you saw just a couple of seconds ago, I just do like a small kind of wave at the end, kind of just a little bit of a flick as opposed to a real wave, because I like my fringe to be slightly straighter. I just find it suits my face shape better. And that's it. After this huge arm workout, I'm finally done. I'm just going to run my fingers through my hair just to give the curls a more relaxed look and just open the parting wherever I like it. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my style. I'm using some of the Elnett L'Oreal spray. I really like this one because it's not kind of too sticky, but it does hold your hair pretty well. And I'm just kind of lifting it at the roots and just setting everything in place. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of serum to the ends of my hair just because they're a a little bit dry, and I find that this makes it a little bit more glossy. And I am using the Frieda serum, and as you can see, I'm just running it through the ends of my hair. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. It's a very kind of easy look. I really like it to kind of go out now in the summer, a very kind of off-duty look, and I really like the kind of natural waves. It looks like you've literally just walked out of bed with this beautiful hair, and yeah, I've really been liking it, and I thought I would give it a go, and I think it's very on trend at the moment, so I hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more hair stuff from me, then please do let me know in the comments below. I will also link all my social media on the screen. Please, please, please do follow me. It would mean so much to me. I'm on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, you name it, I'm there. And yeah, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I upload videos weekly. I'm still trying to figure out which day works best, so sometimes I'm uploading Tuesday and sometimes Sunday, so keep your eyes peeled, and I will upload very soon 2 videos a week. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my videos, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!